And remember, always do your Oh wait, this is the beginning of the video, not the end. That must mean, hey heroes, Kolz here. Today I'm doing a guide on how to clear adventure in Heroes vs. Hordes. It's the easiest, surefire way for free-to-play players to get a new hero each month. But this event isn't for the faint of heart. I didn't get the hero on my very first adventure, and it haunts me to this day. Every time I see Necromancer and the unused 319 hero shards in my inventory, a small tear falls from the corner of my eye. So let's make sure you don't make the same life-haunting mistake. I'll walk you through the most important event mechanics, how to reach the trapped hero, the best heroes, gear, pets, and weapons, and other unique aspects of the adventure map. So here's why I say, always do your adventures! Let's first take a look at how adventure works. Once a month, you're tasked with saving a hero who has been imprisoned 40 stages away. It's your goal to rescue that hero within a 30-day time period, free them from their prison, and add them to your ranks of heroes. Each stage in this game mode is a 5-minute test of survival that offers unique rewards. There are no waves, it's just a 5-minute countdown. And while you can't truly double the rewards at the end of each run, you can increase them by watching an ad or through the no ad pack. Clear all 40 stages within 30 days, and you get the ultimate reward, a new hero. It only costs 1,300 gems if you run the whole adventure efficiently. But how do you run it efficiently? Well, here's how to reach the trapped hero. You need to use adventure tickets to start a stage. Utilizing all the tickets the game gives you is the cheapest way to get the hero. So, let's take a look at how to get all the tickets you need for only 1,300 gems. To start off, you get 3 tickets on the first day, plus 1 per day for the next 29 days, which makes a total of 32. Then, you get 1 free ticket from the merchant cart, which brings us to 33. You'll have to buy 2 discounted tickets for 150 gems each from 2 merchant carts encountered along the way. Those will get you to stage 35. Finally, you're going to have to buy 5 tickets at the full 200 gem cost to hit stage 40 directly on day 30. That puts your total out of pocket at 1,300 gems over the course of a month, assuming you don't fail any stage along the way. If you fail, you have to pay an extra 200 gems to make up for that lost ticket. And at 200 gems, it means it's cheaper to use 2 gem-based revives in a run for 180 gems instead of buying a new ticket. Past adventure heroes include Warlord, Shield Warden, and my long-lost Necromancer, among many others. Free-to-play players get over 3,000 gems during the course of a month, so you should be able to reach this within your gem allotment. And while that's the basic math for how to get the hero, here are some hard-won tips on how to make it easier. Tip number 1. I mentioned it earlier, but you do want to spend 1 ticket on the first day before midnight. You're limited to 3 tickets in your adventure inventory, so if you don't spend at least 1 ticket by midnight, you lose the daily refresh. In my experience, it's best to actually use all 3 on the first day if you can. An early merchant cart gives you a free ticket, and so you want to make sure you have room for it. You technically only need to use 1 on day 1, but I would just go ham and use all 3. Tip number 2. Always do your adventures each day. That way, you can clear any gates along the way, or have some margin for error in case you miss a day for whatever reason. And tip number 3. You can track your progress on the main adventure screen. The ends in time plus your current stage is the easiest way to confirm your pace to reach the hero. You will be rescuing the hero on the very last day, so make sure that you don't get sick on that last day or lose your phone, because that would just be very, very sad. Now let's take a look at additional mechanics to make sure you can reach the hero on day 30. The most important of which is that adventure scales off your progress in normal and hard mode up to and including 200 chapters into the game. As you progress through normal and hard mode, adventure mode gets harder. For that reason, many people recommend that you only clear hard mode and normal mode in all noble gear. Your noble gear, or what people often call your farming gear, focuses on maximizing end of chapter rewards, not damage or survivability. So it's weaker than your max damage gear. Therefore, if you progress through normal and hard mode in noble gear, you can always clear adventure by switching to your max damage build. With this strategy, every stage will be relatively easy mode, but that strategy is for you should be like me and progress as fast as you can in normal and hard mode using your progress gear, and then just use pure skill to beat adventure. But with this more aggressive, fun strategy, you shouldn't be playing it at midnight, which I've done in the past. Adventure will be hard, so wait until midday, not when you have to sleep in bed. And what exactly do I mean by standard progression gear? Well, now's a good time to go through the best gear, jewels, and pets for adventure. In terms of gear, you're going to want to build your max TPS for this event. So you're looking at rogue helm, rogue chest, ranger boots, rogue gloves, rogue necklace, and rogue ring. Instant kill is not disabled in adventure mode, so that's why we go rogue ring over wizard ring. Early in the game, you should favor higher tier gear even if it doesn't align with this build. For example, an epic wizard helm is better than a rare rogue helm. Additionally, early in the game, consider a full knight build built around armor tome and vampire aura. That build is more difficult, and you can check out my knight guide for a more detailed consideration on what I call the flagpole build. When it comes to jewels, jewels are very straightforward. Max TPS jewels are standard for 95% of the game, including in adventure. So you're looking to equip a vulnerability jewel, along with your ultimate duration and ultimate charge jewels, and then stack cooldown until you hit 60% in the detail screen, before adding something like projectile P, projectile M, or area of effect. Those last jewels really only apply to later stage players. And when it comes to pets, you're going to be running your max DPS pets. That is typically your highest rarity main pet with your second and third highest rarity pets as passives. I run Hydro Basilisk for my main pet because he's level 400. I have a level 300 Dino and a level 300 Pyro Kraken as passives. As I level up my Dino, he'll move over to my main pet, and Hydro Basilisk will move over into my passive pets. Early in the game, you're probably looking at Pyro Kraken as being your main pet, and then supplement it with Ember Paw, and something like a Striker or a Cyclowl if you have him. However, you just generally want to use your strongest pets when trying to clear adventure. On the weapon side, sticking with our theme, you're looking for a maximum damage build. Early in the game, that would be something like your main weapon, followed by Dragon's Breath, Bomb, Fire Orbs, and Ice Wand. I always like to run Ice Wand for extra survivability, over more damage like Chain Lightning. Later in the game, you're going something like main weapon, Bomb, Fire Orbs, Chain Lightning, and +1. Again, I'm an Ice Wand guy, but crossbow or a special weapon like Borer or Lantern also works well for that last spot. Tomes to complement the build are cooldown, duplicator, area, damage, and +1. +1 could be crit, XP, duration, or projectile speed, based on the rest of your build and your hero. But who will be that hero wearing all the gear and jewels while hurting their pet? Here are some of the best heroes for adventure mode. According to Bunny and Spirit Shaman, all heroes are the same. But despite the fact that they've spent thousands of dollars in this game, they're wrong. There are clearly better heroes in adventure, and they line up with the highest damage heroes in the game. I've done a full guide on my overall favorite heroes, and those largely apply here. You're looking for heroes that do a ton of damage, ideally in an AoE, and that have some kind of disruption built into their kit. That makes Clockwork Mage, Artificer, Oracle, Monk, Assassin, and Barbarian some of the best heroes for this mode. Early in the game, Knight is very good as he offers a ton of versatility. Or you can run something like Pirate Queen if you like her and her large amount of instant kill ability. Later in the game, Warlord would be an excellent choice, although this mode will be on farm by the time he is viable. And at that point, you're running Santa or Leprechaun. So the rule of thumb, run your strongest hero in adventure mode to save the imprisoned hero. But what other rewards will you earn along the way? While the hero at the end is the big reward of adventure, you do get a bunch of quality resources as you clear stages. You'll get the standard set of hero orbs, dust, scrolls, and coins as you progress. As a welcome perk, certain stages offer you hero shards for the adventure hero. That way, when you reach them, you can complete star level 1, gaining access to their ultimate. You can see all the loot you've gathered via the Adventure Pass screen. It turns out you get a significant amount of dust, scrolls, orbs, and coins for all your troubles freeing this hero. Although, it does make you wonder, how did that hero get caught in the cage in the first place? And for those of us further into the game, we treat adventure more like a farming event. And while there's no coin rush at the end, you can maximize the coins in your run. Saving up all the XP orbs for the second magnet at 50 seconds lets you fill up your screen with coins. And reminds me, there are some other loose ends I need to tie up about this event. Let me try and get through a bunch of small adventure odds and ends. Each stage offers 2 sets of magnets and healing. You receive the first one at 3 minutes on the timer, and the second one at 50 seconds on the timer. These magnets and healing will heal all your health back up and attract any experience orbs back to you. Potions are another small perk of adventure that I've never really used. The merchant cart found at certain points along the path will offer you potions, which give you things like rage or shields for short intervals. You can use these if you get caught at a hard part of a stage you can't clear otherwise. Although, like I said, I've never used them. In addition to the merchant cart, there are two other unique tiles that appear on the adventure map. The first is a gate. The gate is an artificial stall in your progress that you must open to continue. Every hour, you can click on it to reduce the cooldown by 2 hours. Each gate usually takes 24 hours to open. However, the last gate takes 48, so make sure that you get there with plenty of time left to spare. The second unique tile is a shrine. Shrines offer you a weak, free-to-play blessing or a stronger 200 gem blessing. I've always chosen the free-to-play blessing, as I'm cheap, but you can invest in the stronger blessing if you're having trouble clearing content, or if you're a madman like me and progressing as fast as you can through hard and normal modes. And while my whole guide is focused on getting to that first hero, there are stages past that cage. If you have the gems to spare, or decide to get the hero pass, you can get all the way to stage 60. At stage 60, you'll be offered 3 different chests. One that has neutral stones, one that has hero shards for the event hero, and a third that has super tokens. I recommend always selecting the hero shards. That guarantees you'll get to the 2-star adventure hero. However, I don't think it's worth the extra 4,000 gems, but to each his own. Lastly, some tiles along the path offer a choice of which stage to progress through next. One usually has a blue border up top, and the other has a red border, which I didn't really notice until reading the FAQs. The blue border is generally easier, and the red border is harder, although the red border will give you better resources. You should always read the curses of both options and make an informed decision on which one you think you can clear. Every stage has 2 blessings and 2 curses. They are the exact same blessings and curses you'll find in the arena. Some curses are much worse than others. Understanding the curses before you go into a run is important, because they might impact how you change your gear or the hero that you choose. However, for the most part, you'll just want to play your strongest hero with your best gear along the way. And that's it. That's my guide to adventure. Adventure is still the best way to guarantee you can get a hero as a free-to-play player. You just have to remember to do it every day for the whole month and go ham on the first day. And interestingly enough, ham doesn't translate into a bunch of foreign languages. So for those of you listening abroad, that just means go crazy on day 1 and clear out all your tickets. And I'm Kolz, a high-level HVH player. Please subscribe or like the video if you like it. I'm happy to answer any questions here, on Reddit, or on Discord. And remember, always do your adventures!